Start the show, brother man! What's up, everybody? Back at you, throwing ropes, presented by Wallberry Theater. This is episode 13, the final week. We got the boys over from Take 5 with us, as usual. And we're going to go over our fastest 9 minutes, as usual. But then instead of going over all of our start-sit cuts, we're going to do... we want to talk about the league this week. We want to talk about...
What are we going to talk about?
The playoff picture. We're going to talk about the league.
Wait, did you say...
Talk about that league.
The playoffs?
The playoffs. The playoff picture and what that means for everybody.
The playoffs?
Before we get into it, it's the fastest 9 minutes. Let's get into it.
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
Brothers, this week we witnessed a team crumbling faster than the concrete of a Chinese tenement building. I'm talking about big old titties, and like a pair of implants in a Florida retirement home, they are looking deflated. Mike Evans, a defense, and a kicker were his highest scoring players as he barely put up 50 points. This pair of knockers got knocked. Propaganda winning with 85 points is the equivalent of a NASCAR driver winning a race because his opponent drunk drove into a wall on the third lap. Wilson, Lockett, and Heineke will take it, and so will Soch Prop, 85-54.
Whoop! Whoop! Kyler, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I gotta start that again. Kyler, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy new coach. See ya, Nagy. Chris, tell me all your thoughts on Godwin. Was wrecking it for the Scoregasms this week, right before Joe, your boat. Burrow wasn't able to get him out of the deep end, though, but in came Kid Hot, rocking up and down the corner with the ball, to bang, diggy, shake, fake the boogie, set the whatever, shake the boogie and upset a win in the Motor City, and it was a win for the Scoregasms, as Joe C. Burrow and the Gasms were able to get the win over the Gridiron. Might be 2 weeks too late, but the Vikings roasted like a Thanksgiving turkey. Leanin' Allen was sipping on that syrup, making the Bengals look very Drew Tranquil. Deep cut there. Scoregasms become the third team to clinch the playoffs with that win, 151-130. Whoop! Woo!
Jack was riding a donkey on Sunday when he was hit by a rock and fell off. In other words, he was stoned off his ass. Deontay Johnson was starting to look like he was addicted to the hokey pokey, but he turned himself around. However, Patrick, there's no place like Mahomes is heading downhill faster than his fiance can unbutton her overalls. While Jack was reading Hunter Renfro over the cuckoo's nest, Danny was eating some Justin Sherbert while listening to some old school Lil Jon. Grand cow skeet motherfucker. Danny punch 128, machines 106.
Whoop! Carson Mercedes-Wentz took his team out for a drive on Sunday. What you might call a Pleasant Valley Sunday drive to get the Colts out of their Garfunkel after a late loss last week. Meanwhile, it didn't look like it was going to be because up happened and upended. The Falcons forgot about Leonard Fournette. Meanwhile, the Goon Squad, as they marched their way towards the playoffs, they had the Breakfast Club meeting up again at their club. And once again, that's Stafford and Cooper Kupp, who regularly dine together at the Dawn. Meanwhile, the new JTT was in town, Jonathan Tyrod Taylor. and he's switching over from Home Improvement to Full House. No comment on the move from Keen Allen. Goon Squad wins 138-109 over the powering down Walkers. Goon Squad still sits just a game behind league leader Bruce as we head into the final week of the regular season.
Whoop!
Whoop!
And for our next riveting matchup, we had the Space Colony 21 Machinas versus my name's Bruce, the self-proclaimed newcomer number 1 seed aimer coming into the league. On the Machinas side, Dak Prescott didn't do so hot, and Jamal Williams really couldn't take advantage of an opportunity at Detroit either. Tevin Coleman and CeeDee Lamb, however, hit the projection on the head, and Darnell Mooney couldn't catch a cold if somebody sneezed in his face. Damian Harris was a nice surprise, but Derek Carr was in the same boat as Dak. The Rams and Matt Gay pleasantly combined for 27 points, which brought the Machinas total just over 106 points. Unfortunately, my name's Bruce had a hot week, starting off the roster with Taysom Hill. Despite 4 interceptions, he still ended up with above 20 half PPR points, while Austin Eckler had a quiet game but still managed close to his projection. Joe Mixon also had a quiet week after putting up some huge numbers in the past few, and Jalen Waddle proved he is a top 20 receiver at least this season. Devontae Smith, I'm not sure why I'm reading that name, and Sony PlayStation Michelle has 20 points, an excellent call, seeing how Henderson was out for the game. Tua was surprisingly good. Definitely didn't think he was going to get 16 points, and the defense and Greg Joseph did awesome as well for Bruce. Bruce takes another win, going to 10-3, while Austin is still looking to secure 100% his playoff spot at 7-6.
Truth.
Whoop! 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 And it was TJT, or Tyrod Jonathan Taylor, who biffed it this week. And as Bridgewater burned in Kansas City, it was no small wonder as the Shermans marched to the... Shermans? Oh, wait! That's the Shamans! And they were able to roll up the J into a dub this week. Meanwhile, James Sarah Connor terminated the Bears and hopefully Matt Nagy's contract. The Cowboys robbed the St. Denis, New Orleans Cathedral in broad daylight. Deep cut there. TB12 put up 12 times 2 plus 4 points. You do the math. Remember, PEMDAS. And then add 2 fat-ass zeros to that score thanks to Sasquatch Hunter Henderson and Adam not feeling it. And you'll understand why the Shuckers lost to the Shermans, the Shamans this week. Oh, all right, I'll save you the calculator, Pixels. Shamans 92, Shuckers 99 minus 20. What?
Move.
You do the math.
A lot of math up there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Both
no
teams.
idea how to do that.
Both
Who
teams.
won?
Shamans 92, Shuckers 79. Shamans win.
Unlucky Henderson. What happened? Did they
Killa.
just... They thought
No,
they were going to play
they said he was going to play, but
Yeah.
then literally what happened was the Rams started kicking so much ass with Michelle that they were like, we don't need him.
Yeah.
So that he never got
Wait,
it.
really?
Yeah, he was literally, they said, like, yeah, he's going to play. He was questionable earlier in the week, and they said Henderson is going to play. And then they started with Michelle. He got, I think, a quick touchdown, and then they ran with it, and they just literally started winning so much that they were like, we don't need to
And they
put
figured,
Henderson
like,
in.
they just rest him?
Yeah,
Another
rest
week?
him, and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Tommy, that's actually not what I heard. I heard that they were planning on resting him all week long and that it was going to be Sony Michel's game to lace up and that he was going to be on rested reps this game. He was going to play maybe a little bit, but he was nothing to rely on is the word that I was getting down on the pipelines.
The coach had even said, I can even pull it up. He had even said
By the way, both
was
teams,
it?
both the
Sean
Shamans.
McVay noted Henderson was available for the Rams if needed, but game flow ultimately kept him on the sideline. So yeah, I guess all right. So it makes it sound like they were gonna use him. It was a stupid.
I was-
Thielen is
yeah.
actually unlucky. Thielen is
Yeah,
actually unlucky.
Thielen,
What
yeah.
happened to him? He
Injured.
hurt his leg. He hurt his ankle. Like 2
high
plays
ankle
in.
sprain, high ankle sprain.
Oh man, he's
Just-
out
I hate
for a couple weeks.
Despite
yeah,
that,
and I'm
both
in trouble.
teams.
I'm in trouble if you look at my roster.
Yeah, but
I need to find
That's
a wide
what we
receiver.
need.
You let
That's what we need.
Tommy. You let the Shamans right back in the fight with that loss.
Yep,
That's
that was
what happened. Both teams are now sitting at 6 and 7 and pushing for those final playoff spots.
And if I had played, ultimately, what makes me more mad than the Darrell Henderson Thielen thing, I last second decided, and I talked with Jeff, and he agreed, you have to play Elliott, because I almost put Jacobs in for Elliott, and like I had gone back and forth a couple of times on my roster, and then last second I was like, Jeff and I talked, and we were like, you have to play Elliott.
How
right?
though?
And I
When
put
you
him
knew
in.
that he was going to be.
You listen to Jeff.
Yeah, you're listening to Jeff, who's eliminated. Why don't you
I
listen to
didn't listen
Bruce?
to him. He kind of, I was thinking it. and
Text
Jeff
Bruce.
agreed,
Is he
so
football
it was my
genius?
fault.
That Jeff?
It was my
Or
fault.
Jeff, our friend?
Text
Which one?
Bruce. What are you doing?
It
You're like-
was stupid. I could've won that.
Every time I've taken advice from Jeffrey this season, I've gotten fucked in the ass harder. Every time. Like, he's like, James, no, you shouldn't do that. I swear. And I'm like, maybe he's right. And he convinces me. And those 3 times, every time I did it, fucked in the ass. Like I got
Well,
an
and what's
enema.
funny is your own decisions are already fucking.
I know. And then it
Yeah,
gets
James.
compounded by
Yeah,
this
James.
other last place guy.
James, I wanted to say there's a lot of people in this league that have said the same thing about you.
I'll say, yeah.
A lot of my
Right here.
sit-start
I don't
cuts.
take advice from James anymore.
I give great advice. I just can't
Really?
use
You want
it.
to talk about Damian Harris?
Yeah, who you wouldn't want
Next
Damian
topic.
Harris?
Next topic. Next question.
topic,
Doesn't
move
matter.
on.
Austin needed Damian Harris. You got JD.
You're like I was the king in Lord of the Rings, and you were that guy whispering in his ear the poison for 2 days. That's what happened.
You got such a good deal
Yeah,
out of it
yeah.
though. You gave up one good player and you got 2 good players. And you just
All
didn't
right.
play them correctly at the right times.
Well, let's look at this, guys.
You didn't cut those guys. They've been on your team the entire year. Unlike
sunk cost.
You're right, but what about the sunk cost with Jeffrey's trade? Julio and
Gaskin
company.
gets points for me.
Gaskin was great, but didn't you cut bait with Julio?
I'm about to.
So think about were these trades? So in hindsight, this is what I wanted to talk about.
No. Let's talk playoffs.
Would you have made both those trades in hindsight?
No. I wouldn't have made the second one.
What are you
Hold
gonna
on,
do?
Can we go? Let's go back to Exhibit A. Let's go to standings and sort
Yeah,
You
by
want to go there
sort
first?
sort by points for. I think there's a chance
Yeah.
that Danny could make the playoffs. I know it
No.
says 0%.
There
No,
he is.
So where are you?
It's if I
So you're low.
overtake Kyle by like 100 points for.
Right. So you would have to
Okay,
score
so that's
100, like 200 points, and everybody that all the 6 and 7 teams would have to lose first
Or
of
like
all.
and lose and score 50 points.
Lose and score 50 points, but then you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to score
yeah.
100. It's still possible. It's giving you
I
0%,
mean,
but it's still
If
possible.
Josh and Herbie
you-
both put up 45 points and everyone else puts up 25 points, I might make it.
Maybe. There's still a
Yeah.
chance, Danny. There's still a chance. Who do you play? Not that it matters. Who do you play?
Elliot.
Oh,
That's-
okay. It's gonna be a tough matchup. You're gonna
That
have to
matters
put up a
for
lot
me.
of points
That
regardless.
matters
Yeah.
for me.
Right.
All right. While we're on points for,
Oh,
and
does it
against,
matter for you, Tommy?
I think it
I
does
have to beat
matter for me.
Elliot?
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh no, it doesn't matter with Elliot.
No, Elliot's.
No,
Yeah, he's got 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Elliot's
While we
killing
got
sh-
that, I did have a note, and I know I've talked about points for in my team a lot this season, but I'm not talking about my team's. Well, I'm talking about my team and Bruce's team, of course, but it's more so to show the importance of points for and points against, because I am third.
Can we
I
see
have
it
the third,
on the screen? We don't see it.
Yeah, it is. It's right in front of you.
I don't.
It's right. I'm on it.
He's got it.
Oh shoot! I'm looking at something else. Hold on. I must be looking at something else. I don't know what.
So I have the third most points for. Bruce has the second most points for. But I'm in 6th. He's in 1st. If you look at points against, it's a little bit even crazier. I have, let's see, the third. I'm tied for 2nd in points against with you, Danny.
Danny.
And Bruce is 10th there's only 2 people that have less points against than
Yep.
he does. Like that is so important. I guess I'm saying it because this
let
season
me-
I have noticed it most because it's happened to me. Like I have
Right.
the 3rd most points for, 2nd most points against. I'm in 6th.
So let
He's
me point out
first.
something.
He's
This is
first. It's crazy.
this
to
is
look at.
crazy. I've never seen this in the previous 2 years we played. If you sort by points for,
Mhm.
okay, so if you look at the top number, the bottom number, just statistics wise,
330, dude.
330. But listen to this: you chop off the top 2 and the bottom 2, I guarantee you it's like 105 difference, which is like if you could have a really bad game and score 100 less points than somebody.
It's
Theoretically.
100. It's 124.
Yeah, so I think that's huge parity in the middle of the league.
Yeah.
300's a lot, but 100's not that
The
much.
fact that only
in
3 teams were
fantasy.
eliminated going into our final week is pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
That
Yep.
is wild.
Sucks that it's 2 of our podcasters, which are carrying the torch, but damn. And it doesn't always happen to us. Danny, you and I are I think we're usually up there.
All right, some more stats I wrote down. James has been on a 3-win streak, and he's still in last. That's unbelievable. You would think after a push like that, it would make more of a difference.
Danny's also on a 3-game tear.
He is on a 3-game tear. You're right.
I'm beating
Oh,
all
the
the
biggest
people.
loss
I'm
streak.
beating all the people who beat me at the beginning of the year right now, by the way.
Yeah, and we're losing.
So is Danny.
Our records. My record was great. I was heading for the top, and now I'm in. I might not even make the playoffs. This is a crazy season. I think it's the most fun season because it's so
That's what I was-
bad.
Guys,
That's
I
awesome.
can't tell you the last time I didn't make the playoffs. This sucks for me. When was the last time you guys didn't make the playoffs?
Last season.
I'm 100% playoffs.
Yeah, I think I've made the playoffs each year.
Danny, when was the
Last-
last time you made the playoffs?
Probably whatever 2 seasons ago.
When I won it? Damn it.
But that last season, I'd still because it was a similar boat where I had I had 3rd most points for, but a bunch of points against, and like just got
Can
fucked
we go
over.
back? Can we go back to 2020 really quick?
Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
just
say,
pull
don't
it
take
up.
my
pull
word
it up.
for
But
'cause
I
don't
quick question
remember.
while you pivot there. My question is, what you guys are all saying makes me excited for this.
Oh
Seventh
yeah,
set-
no, I got 11th.
being the 7th seed and having the highest points for be awarded to the to
Yeah.
whoever is the playoffs being awarded to whoever is the highest points for outside
makes
of the
more
top
sense.
6 seeds. That way, if you
Look
do
at
get
that.
fucked by schedule,
But you do good all season, and you still get fucked by schedule, and you probably won't
Right.
make it
right?
in.
And yeah,
Tommy,
the
hit the
7th seed
points
gets
for.
fucked in that instance,
on the
but
ranking.
they can
Sort
still
by points for.
they can still
Yeah.
have the highest points for. Right now, Donkey
look
Punch.
look how many more points we have this season than even the first place.
Yeah.
The entire last season.
Wow,
1490.
I'm in
that's
6th place with most points. Look at that. Think about that. That's
Unreal.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Jamaican Shamans had the most. That's crazy. Wow.
Wait, let's do
Unbelievable.
this. Let's do the same statistical thing with the. Let me see the bottom number really quick. It's the top.
You're
How
looking at
could
the
it be
difference.
less points? Yeah,
Wait,
how
wait.
does less?
Quick point for
Are there big change like score changes this year that would give more points on average?
second quarterback. Oh, I don't know.
You're saying there are less points total?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the statistics.
Oh, there's less
they're trying
games.
to bring up-
Less games.
Yeah,
Oh,
less
that
games.
is,
2
yeah.
less games. Holy shit. Yeah.
It's like I was like tripping. I'm like,
Oh,
how do
you're
we already-
right.
we're already hitting
That's
these
why
numbers.
it's lower. Yeah. Okay.
And
Alright,
plus, it's all
makes
look at
way
that,
more
guys. 6-6, only 12 games, and then we're deciding the rest of the seasons on week 13, 14, 15. I love this that we're in week 14 and we're deciding the championship weeks 15, 16. So I love that. I'm excited.
Dude,
that-
I love 14-week fantasy football.
is
It's
cool.
the best thing
This is
ever.
cool.
it's made
Yeah,
it's
the best thing ever.
it's made football more fun for me longer.
You guys want to check out the
Even though I'm getting my ass
projected
kicked.
playoff bracket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious.
So Bruce, we think's got the bye unless he loses
That-
and Uncle Jay wins and some sort of major points. Who's leading in points between Uncle Jay and Bruce right now? Like
Uncle
what's
Jay.
Uncle Jay.
so if Uncle Jay theoretically wins, Bruce theoretically loses, he could all of a sudden slip into that first seed. There's
You're right.
an if so
Yeah.
that can happen.
I agree with all this except that number 7. I think that's up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know if Gridiron's going to be that.
That could be Shamans.
At this point, if
That
Bruce
could
wins,
be Jack.
if Bruce wins, it makes it better for the middle teams because it takes away wins from
Yeah.
middle teams.
Yeah, you're right.
Same with Jay.
Same with Uncle
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, at this point, you want them both to win. Just let
I
us.
think one of them
Kinda like
plays
want the
Austin.
favorites.
And one of them plays Austin, and that's Austin's playoffs. Basically, Austin needs to win, and he's in.
You know what? Austin in this bracket looks like a little dark horse because Teddy's team is in trouble right
But he
now.
might not make it.
I play him next week. So one of us is in trouble, or
You play Teddy?
I play Teddy. He's beating me one game in record,
I think.
but I have more points.
I don't know,
for.
dude.
Teddy's getting all his
Bruce
guys
looks
back.
mean. Bruce looks mean with Eckler and
But all it
Mixon.
takes, I see Bruce is a guy who like he slips one game, and
He
someone
does.
takes him. You know, I
Definitely.
see him slipping in round 2
That's
just because
maybe.
that's the nature of the game.
well, he
That
gets
is
the bye
the
to round
game.
2, and then boom, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
He's out McCaffrey again.
But he managed to get his guy in Chubba Hubba.
Yeah. All
Which-
right. Let's see what they say for final.
We got to start thinking about manager of the season too. Award like who's been our manager of the season? Is it Bruce with the lead?
Ooh, that sounds like a later in the playoffs.
Yeah, we got to kind of
Yeah.
we'll kind of have to do the math on there because move.
If you look at Bruce's like his moves and a lot, he
Mm-hmm.
pays attention really close. So I would give it to him. I would definitely give him nominate him.
I think it would be him versus Jay.
Bruce
probably.
versus Jay probably the top
Maybe.
2. Yeah, I think they're the
I
top
think
2.
Jay has had some of the nicest waiver wire pickups.
Uncle Jay.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
has Elijah Mitchell and Mike Williams. Literally
Wow.
2 guys who you can depend on basically ROS. Like
Right.
wow. Like he got 2 legit gems right there on the waiver wire. Who else got like legit gems?
Cordarrelle
like that?
Patterson, I would say. Was one
Court
of the best ones.
Tommy. That was a nail. You know what we're gonna need? We're gonna need an end of season assessment of Danny's
Discounts.
discounts.
Yeah, Danny's.
We're gonna need a final version
Yeah.
of that of basically
I would
who
love
were
Back to that episode.
which owners. You basically say go through everybody owners discounts. Like, hey, this guy got
Right.
these guys. Like James got this guy, Danny got this guy, and by the way, Tommy stacked these guys. And then like you save the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
ones for last, where they're all stacking like loads of guys. And then my Danny's discounts award winner. Like you give an award, give your award.
Yeah.
Make up your Danny discounts award, whatever. It could have a different name to it.
Danny gets the pick, right?
Yeah, and
Yep.
he gets to A, pick the award, but B, it probably will be obvious based upon his, he'll do mental math based upon
Yeah.
Where they are.
where they are, and
All right.
It's an unbiased.
that'll be fun. Oh shit, we're
criteria
live.
for Danny's discounts. Yeah.
Be ready for that one next.
Check out this final projections.
I'm in last.
Bruce and I switched, so I was at the beginning of the season. I was projected first to fourth. Now he was fourth. Now he's first.
Look at my slide.
James went from fifth to last.
Jesus.
Jeff stayed right where he drafted, 12th, 11th.
No, he bumped me up. He bumped off
Goon
me.
Squad 11th to second.
That's manager of the year right there.
Manager of
Yeah,
the
I
year.
think that's what you need to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Bruce here?
Bruce went fourth to first.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still a good raise, but 11th to second. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shaman's third to ninth.
Machines, you still improved, but that sucks, Jack, because like you improved, but
Machines. What do you think? How do you feel coming into this last
yeah.
week?
It's tough to be confident when you're on a 3 or 4 game loss streak.
But that's good.
It feels especially bad that I was like, I wasn't going to feel bad this week. So I'm like, all right, Danny's crushed me. It's like my guys are kind of just limping into the game. But then Kittle has a beast game, and I'm like calculating. I'm like, if I put him in for anybody, like if I had a feeling, I would have won. But
It sucks.
But it's also, you look at it, it's like the toughest call ever to make. You look at the guys on that are playing like Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Like, do you sit him ever? And it's like most of the pundits
I
are
was
like,
gonna-
no, never, don't ever sit him.
I was gonna roast you, and then I looked at your lineup, and I was like, "That's how I would have said it." Like,
It's tough.
You go down
yeah.
fighting like that. But the curious
That was
thing
his
is,
first game. That was his first game with 2 touchdowns ever.
the curious thing though is you're playing Jeffrey next week,
yeah,
and
Ooh.
and
Who's good?
and
Who's getting better?
But get this, you're both projected 111 points.
Yeah, but like, okay, guys, should I sit Cam Newton and play Kittle and just say Kittle can only go up? Cam can potentially get only 5 points.
Are there any other QBs available?
Yes,
I'm
there
not
are.
sure.
Get rid of
Yeah,
Cam. Go get somebody else. If you
think
don't
I
have
wouldn't
confidence, if you don't have the confidence to play Cam, go get a quarterback that
But
you have the
Cam is
confidence
sick
to.
and he's playing Atlanta.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. Then why aren't you playing Cam?
I am playing Cam.
All right, then
You
play
just
him.
said, Jack, that was your sit like last week, 2 weeks ago.
Was it?
Would you rather have
Cam's
Would you rather have Cam Newton versus Atlanta? Yes, please. Or would you rather have Justin Fields versus Green Bay? No.
No, Matt Ryan.
Baker Mayfield versus Baltimore.
That's not gonna be good.
Guys, Cam
Zach-
is way better
Zach-
than any of those
Zach
guys. He
Wilson
has
versus New
Much
Orleans.
higher ceiling. Much higher ceiling.
You
Maybe
know,
that-
I'll tell you one
Texans
player
are
I would
better.
think about. Two players I'd think about. Matt Ryan, but the reason I'd be worried, Carolina has a really good corner, Gilmore. And then the other name I'd think about, Trevor Lawrence. Just
All
click,
right, so
click
don't
that
pick
name
up
in.
either of those guys,
Yeah,
Jack.
so basically play Cam and
Sounds like you gotta play
Gray.
Cam.
All right, guys, I just found a crazy stat that I didn't see before. Are you looking at my screen?
Looking
yeah,
at
so
it.
you're
Yeah.
still look at the rankings.
Bruce in first place. Look at the moves column. He's made 66 moves this year.
That's why I
With
was saying
Fab.
manager of the year.
With Fab.
Here's what I'm. So I've looked at some of his moves when I was doing Danny's discounts. He also drops a lot of value. Like I think he's a mover and shaker, but he's given up really high quality dudes and put them on the waiver. So it's not all. It's just like it's a lot of moves. It's not all pluses. You know, like
I
some of them
agree.
are like he dropped Mike Williams. You know?
And look at the opposite, just to point out what Danny's saying here. Look, he put up 66 moves, but who's in second place with 25? 50 less, nearly. Uncle
Right.
Jay. So, I mean, who's the better GM? Who's making the more sound moves? Who's more efficient? It's Uncle Jay right there.
Well, we got to check the Carfax. I don't know.
We do.
Who dropped who?
And
Yeah.
meanwhile, who's in third? Elliot with
Elliott.
12
Elliott
moves.
with auto.
With auto pick
Second lead.
and 12 moves.
I
Yeah.
think the king of the laid back style though is Jamaican Shamans. Last year they destroy every year, but like every year they only make like a couple moves. Like I think they had AJ Brown in like 1 week and like he was out. I was
They
like,
stick with their team until injuries.
Yeah.
but even if
It's
they're
also-
injured, they just like leave them in. They're like, we'll probably make it.
It's usually Teddy too, but this year he's getting fucked at running back.
Yeah, he had a lot
Yeah,
of injuries.
no, his guys are back in. I think.
Guy-
I mean, not
I want to get into which
Derrick Henry.
3 teams are going to miss. We already know which 3 teams have missed. Which 3 teams do we think are going to come up short next week, boys?
Next week,
Look at the
we'll have
schedule.
to-
Pull up the
we gotta look at
schedule.
the schedule for that.
And we're
yeah.
only looking at the teams that have not clinched. And that's
Scoreboard.
There we go.
so there's a couple different, I'll pull that up too.
we got Teddy versus Tommy.
I got Tommy in over Teddy.
That's playoff implications right there.
So
That's a win and in.
That's an in.
Win and in. Teddy can
Can
make
you pull
it
up,
if
pull
he
up the
loses.
matchup? Pull up the matchup.
Teddy can make it if he
Pull up
loses,
Teddy's team because Teddy has
what's
projected
going on with
Teddy.
Teddy's
but
team?
Tommy
Yeah,
needs to
he
win
doesn't
here.
have somebody in, maybe.
Oh Jesus.
He's got no running backs.
Oh please, I need Teddy to win this game.
He's got Brandon Cooks as the OP. That's not good.
Whoa.
I got Tommy on this one.
Tommy, you got a playoff shot here because
I
you're.
do have to get rid of Thielen though.
And you also,
You have
guys,
to get-
we
you
have
have
to
to get rid
keep
of
in
him.
mind that Teddy
Well,
lost
I-
Derrick Henry.
Put somebody in, and I don't have very good ones on my bench.
Just put Josh Jacobs in.
Teddy losing Derrick Henry has single-handedly sunk his team. But look, he's got Kareem Hunt and Melvin Gordon. Oh, Melvin Gordon's out, so boom, more sinkage.
Maybe that's questionable.
And then look at his quarterbacks. Here's the no quarterback situation coming to bite you in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing Mac Jones, you need
See here,
guys.
one of
If
the
you're making the
thoughts-
playoffs, you need to have a top 12 quarterback. I think.
One
Check
of my
it.
thoughts was if I did make the playoffs this year, like I was off by a game, I might go all the way just because I have 2 guys that are like my 2 QBs are still healthy and strong.
Danny,
you know?
where are
Like,
your
if
two
you
QBs?
figure out your team by the end of the year, like in terms of like
if I made
positions.
one more wide
Let's go
receiver
to
choice
let's go to your
different,
matchup. Let's go
Yeah.
to your matchup.
I want to see what Danny's QBs are. Do you?
I gotta pick up an RB. I'm pretty sure Allen and Herbert are both ranked in the top 4.
That's what I want to
Oh,
check.
totally.
That's what I want to check.
Totally.
So you have.
Herbert's 3.
Herbert's 3 and I think Allen's
2.
1.
Allen's
Oh, he's 2
right
now.
So you.
Tom Brady just
Brady's
took him over,
probably
though. He
one.
was
Yeah, yeah.
one.
That
He
is
was
actually
one.
insane to think about, boys. Danny has the top 2 of the top 3 quarterbacks did not make the playoffs. But is it?
I really think it's as simple as if I had picked one
Happy
wide
me.
receiver earlier,
Mm-hmm.
we might be a different.
Danny, I want to discuss
Okay.
this with you real quick, like because your strategy is not off. I mean, like you picked two powerful, great guns. You got
Little
lucky. You got the Herbert and the Allen right. You got the top three. But where did you make your mistake? You think? Tell us in your draft. You went quarterback, quarterback.
I picked 3 RBs early, and one of those should have been a wide receiver.
So you went
I think it's that
QB,
simple.
QB, RB, RB, RB,
Yeah.
and you should have gone QB, QB, what?
RB, WR, RB.
Okay,
Wide receivers ended up more important this year than
interesting.
Your strategy.
And
I don't think
honestly,
you were far off.
if I hadn't traded Damian Harris,
I don't know if that's true,
I
Danny.
would have. I
Tommy.
might have had one more win. So
That's true. That's true, Danny.
I'm like dead serious. So
Tommy,
that's on me.
But I want to talk about wide receivers versus running backs. I mean, top end wide receivers, if you have them, holy cow, they're like a boondoggle. But the other thing is RB depth. Look at you, Tommy. Tommy, you have RB depth like almost nobody else has in the league.
He has too many RBs. If you look at, we were just talking about this.
You should have traded. You should have traded somebody and flipped it for maybe somebody more powerful on the wide receiver side or somebody so you could get more.
I tried, dude. I tried.
And the crazy thing, I really think a lot of trades were tried this year, but everybody all of a sudden got stingy with the trades because everybody was like, "Oh shit, we can do things with these trades," and everybody all of a sudden was like,
I tried trading 2 of them. I tried trading Josh Jacobs. Also, one of the 2, I tried trading Josh Jacobs probably 3 or 4 times.
This league doesn't make a lot of trades. The only trades historically that happen are when James convinces one of his siblings to do something.
I don't convince Jeffrey to do anything. But I did convince Austin to make that trade with you. No, I didn't convince him.
Last season,
Austin was like, "I need running back," and I'm like, "Well,
I'm talking about 2020.
Last year."
I tried trading Austin with Josh Jacobs at one point also.
He should have taken it. That would have been a great deal. I remember Austin told us the deal, remember? And we're like, "Oh, that's actually a really good deal that Tommy offered you."
Yeah, there was something about that week he couldn't do it or something.
Tommy, the deal you offered him was like gangbusters good. He should have taken it.
It was a great trade.
He should have taken it. And then you would have offloaded Josh Jacobs. You would have had less problems to sort out in that way. That's the thing about fantasy football that's funny. It's like sometimes you have too many good guys. But
hold on, isn't this
it's about
good
timing.
for Tommy right now? Because you only have 2 RBs you can start, right?
Now it's helping me out. Now it's
Exactly.
helping me out a lot.
And
yeah.
in a 14-game season, you'd think it'd help you out more.
Yeah, this was also way back in like week 6. So like I didn't know Henderson was gonna do that or Thielen was gonna get hurt or whatever, obviously. But all right, let's talk about Jack and Jeff.
Let's slip into that. Woo!
Projected 111. Wait, we never talked about we never picked one. Danny said me against Teddy.
I have to pick up a new running back because I have an injury. I have 2 injured RBs and a bye, so I'm probably gonna get Zach Moss.
Yeah, you're probably not getting Foreman. I doubt you're getting Foreman.
Who's Foreman?
Why?
Deonta Foreman. Well, if you look at it, go click on Fab Bucks.
Who's he play for?
Deonta Foreman's the lead running back for Tennessee.
Right.
But you'd have to pony up all your bucks, and I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah, I'll throw all my bucks at it.
I don't think you're gonna get him even if you pony up all your bucks.
Why? Because you're putting all your bucks on him?
I have $8
Talking
bucks.
strategy
I
right
have $8 left, so
Yeah, I'll throw 14 at him.
go for it. Take a look at the whenever I'm buying on budget, the budget. Go to the budget summary, and then you see who the threats are. You see who's got budget, and you see who's looking for what. Whenever I'm making a budget move, I try to see. Oh, Teddy needs a quarterback. He's got $50 left, so he might be able to drop $40 on Daniel Jones prediction type. Right? Like that type.
All right,
of thing.
guys.
I don't.
Guys,
Thanks for the advice, James.
Check this out. I'm gonna simplify what we're doing real quick.
Yeah.
On the roll. There's 3 of you, so you can't. There won't be a tie.
Yeah, let's
I'm
just
gonna
pick
go to
these
each.
games.
I'm gonna go to each matchup, and each of you pick who you think's gonna win.
I love it. I love the idea.
2 and 1. So let's see. Teddy, I know Danny said corn shuckers.
I got corn shuckers.
I got
Corn
Shuckers.
All right.
Wow.
120 to
RIP
100.
All right. Let's take a
Imagine
look
me with a waiver running back and a
yeah,
defense. I don't have a defense because Miami's on a bye.
Right now, it
Yep.
looks like Teddy
We'll go
has
over
to
that.
make the playoffs basically by the wins he's already amassed.
Wait, Danny, are you going to take Dolphins to the grave?
Yeah, dude, I'm keeping them on the bye. They're doing amazing.
Oh yeah, dude, they're so
You're not
good.
making the
I tried to pick 'em up.
playoffs.
They play the Jets that week after their bye too.
But wait, I'm
There.
dropping everybody who I can't play this week, Danny. I'm not
Dude,
making
you're
the
in last
playoffs.
place. I'm not.
Danny, you can't
it
make-
muddles.
You can't
It
make the
muddles
playoffs.
it muddles the playoffs though if you can't make it and you just drop like.
I'm not dropping talent. I'm trying to win this week. And,
Yeah, me
and,
too.
And if I have
I'm
to win
trying to-
this week, that means I have to drop legit talent. And I dropped. I'll probably have to drop some legit talent that somebody else will have for the playoffs, so I can win this week, so I don't end up in last place. Cause fuck that noise.
Well, Jay, I'm just
You
gonna
get a
drop
sick
Christian
cup,
Kirk.
though.
I don't need Christian Kirk. I don't even
Yeah,
need Fryer
yeah.
Moose. And then
Yeah,
I want
get
to
rid of
win.
him. You don't
I want to
need
win the
Beasley or
losers
Knox.
bracket.
Exactly.
I'm thinking long term.
Yeah.
I want Miami versus the Jets.
Yep.
All right.
All right. I like
We're
that.
heading-
I like that
We're
style,
heading,
Danny.
we're heading right back where we were.
Oh.
I think I'm going Danny's team because I think
Hold on. Scroll up.
Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen and Herbert are going to hold up the rest of these guys that might not do stuff. If his waiver running back and another defense. Elijah Moore, no. Dawson Knox might pop off without Allen. He had a horrible week. Rob Gronkowski might do great again. Montgomery against
Wait,
Green
so
Bay.
he's
That'll be
gonna
scary.
replace
I'm going
Gaskin?
Danny's team.
He's gonna and assuming he's gonna replace Gaskin, and assuming he's gonna slot a defense in there, he's gonna outscore.
Yeah, or at least be close. But I'm looking at the
Yeah.
players in their matchups.
Yeah, if you get a decent defense and you get an RB does he have who's his next RB? Scroll down a little bit.
I got two. I got McKissick and Swift both injured.
Is McKissick? Oh, McKissick can't play this fucking week.
They're
God
both injured.
damn it! The week
I gotta get a waiver.
fucking need him. You're gonna
I
have
got
to.
Elliott this week for sure.
I think Danny's in trouble for that reason,
Ooh.
but I'm gonna.
I like
Danny-
I like Danny's team, but it's just like if he had one more wide receiver that he could put in the spot that
yeah,
Knox
yeah,
is
yeah.
in,
You can gamble
he
on
would win
Beasley.
like pretty much.
I like
100%,
Danny's
but
matchups better.
Elliott's got
Danny
Justin
can-
Jefferson.
Danny-
He's got
I'm
Godwin.
going Danny
They could
this
all
week.
go 30 points any game.
I'm going Danny
Danny
this
can
week.
gamble. Danny, you can put Beasley in. If you-
Knox is better. If you watch that last Bills game, he dropped 2 end zone targets. It was really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like Knox is getting more opportunities, I think.
I like your matchups better too. You got Tampa Bay. You got you do have Buffalo, but it's Gronkowski. I'm not worried about it. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Tampa Bay's playing Buffalo.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
that's
That's
gonna be a
sick.
shootout.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be a
what I'm saying.
shootout. I love
That's
that.
what
all those
saying.
guys are gonna score.
I'm
40
loving
points.
that.
That's the
And
rule.
meanwhile, Kyler Murray versus LA Rams, I like. But Chubb versus Baltimore, meh. Javante versus Detroit, yes. Godwin versus Buffalo, yes. Damn it. Denver, T.J. Hawkinson, no. Justin Jefferson without without Thielen, yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, you got to watch out
Oh
here.
wait, no, Thielen. Thielen. I
No,
think my
no,
cousin's
Thielen-
playing.
Thielen's
Elliott's
out.
team put up 150 last week. It's a good team.
Joe Burrow in there. I think Elliott's going to win this now that I've ran the numbers here.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Chubb is in. Kyler
right,
Murray's playing. Let's go, guys.
sleeping on Danky.
I want.
last.
Danky could win. Danky could win. He proved he's good. Danny, you proved you're good.
It's true.
I'm scared of Jeff. Jeff proved he's good too.
I'm going to
Here's
throw
the thing,
behind
though.
Elliott
Okay,
here.
one thing
Unfortunately.
for Jeff. Me and him were texting about how we both need to beat you to make the playoffs, and the fact that we made that confirmation means Jeff is cursed. Because
I don't know, man. Drake is cursed. I dropped him and then he snapped his leg open.
Oh,
Final votes. Danny
You
or
guys-
Elliott?
Elliott.
Elliott.
Wow, Elliott gets the dub there.
All right.
Right now,
Next.
until the real game's played. Right, Danny?
ooh,
Jack and Jeff. Let's not analyze every single player like
You're right.
we did for the last
You're
one.
right. Well, I like
Let's
to
keep
run
it
through it.
going.
Well, here's how you could do it real quick. Mahomes versus Las Vegas. Yes or no?
Mahomes sucks.
Mahomes is
They're-
trash.
No.
They're having a rough year.
Hilliard, no.
They're playing
Burkhead,
a
no.
different-
Kelsey, yes.
trash style.
Deontay Johnson,
Kelsey,
yes.
no. Mahomes and
Machines
and
are going
Kelsey.
down. I'm just looking at the first 5 players. Jack, you're losing this week.
Power walkers.
I
Aaron Rodgers
see-
against
And he's
Chicago.
playing Cam
Aaron
Newton.
Rodgers
Oh my-
owns
putting up-
Chicago.
putting up
Aaron
a million
Rodgers
points.
owns Chicago.
James
Uh,
Robinson. Yep.
Robinson but Lenny's doing great.
Cam
Yep.
Newton, no way.
Nope.
No way.
Terry
Sorry,
McLaurin.
Jack.
Jack, you
Bears are
Jack,
gonna
you
be
gotta
pissed
get.
and they're gonna hit Aaron Rodgers.
Damn
after
it,
the
Jack.
transparency.
I need you to beat Jeff this week. Because
I'm going
I
to
do
beat
not.
Jeff this week.
I'm picking Jeffrey to win this
T.
week.
Higgins is injured. That means Jamar Chase gets more targets.
Let's go.
I think this is a quick one. Power walkers.
I'm picking Power
Yeah,
Walkers.
I got power walk. Well, only because Jeff jinxes himself. I got machines.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
all right. We'll go one.
All right, we got one. We got one there, but still Power Walkers wins the theoretical matchup there.
All right.
2-1.
Gridiron propaganda. Let's
Oh, I'm picking up a defense and a new kicker. So
No Keenan Allen. Who's his backup? And oh wow, no
see.
Pittman.
Heineke
Who
on
are
Dallas.
Can you see
Who
on the
are-
bench?
scroll down a
who's
little bit.
Goon's bench? Yeah, who's Goon's bench?
It's gridiron. It's not Goons.
Oh, it's
Gridiron.
Gridiron.
Bye. Oh,
Oh,
He's gonna put in
Mark
Mark
Andrews.
Andrews.
he's
Mark
gonna have to
Andrews.
play Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Tannehill's in for Marquise
That's
Brown.
nuts.
Look at that. He's
That's fine.
Oh,
but
that'll
then-
be
But then
Can't
he
drop
should
the Colts, though.
he should put
No.
Marquise Brown in
Right.
Allen's spot.
right.
right.
And he can play Mark Andrews.
And then he plays Mark Andrews. Then he puts in Tannehill, and then he picks up a defense.
Yeah.
picks up a
Well, who does he
defense.
drop? Stevenson.
He puts someone. No, he just puts Keenan on IR.
He's got a
Andre
chance
Stevens.
against
Oh,
you
yeah.
once he
Oh,
makes
yeah.
these
Oh, yeah.
moves. Once he makes these moves, he's got a chance. But
This one's tough. You guys are kind of.
Well, it's hard because the lineups aren't set, but they're evenly not set.
we're both
Lockett-
the same
Lockett.
amount
How
of
many
points.
points did
Vincent.
Ayuk? How many points did Ayuk have last week?
I'll pull it up. He actually
Ayuk.
saved. He
He's doing
saved
well.
it. He saved it. You got it.
You got
Eh,
7.
eh.
You got-
He's all right. He's putting on some points here and there.
Yeah. Right after a drop, he started scoring.
Yeah,
I can't trust him.
Danny, I
Double
picked him up,
digits in 3 or
and
5.
yeah, ever since he's been reliable for me.
Mhm.
That I could slot him. It's-
Lockett, I don't
If Debo's
trust at
out,
all.
if Debo
Russell
is out
Wilson,
again,
Russell
too,
Wilson and Lockett combo against Houston.
Look at
is
what
kinda
Lockett's
crazy.
playing. Look at what Lockett's done the last 2 weeks. Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at him. Take a look.
nuts.
He's been nuts the last 2 weeks.
last 3.
That's normal.
Four
Normal.
out of the last
Good
5.
mid-tier receiver, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll sit
But
on
I also,
Lockett.
it just seems like Seattle's season 2. Oh wow, you just green screened it. That's funny.
Did it really? Does
You
it-
tried to
Uh-oh.
show us and it disappeared. That's a sign.
It's a sign. You're fucked.
And you're fucked,
Let's
James.
go.
Based on that, James loses.
Lockett. Lock it up.
I feel like it'd be very Seattle to explode versus Houston. Like it isn't get no points. Like totally fuck up and get beat.
I got Taylor
And Minnesota
Heineke.
against Pittsburgh.
I got
like.
I got bigger dick Brett Favre. We're gonna win.
I like Heineke.
I'm gonna go with James because I want James to win.
But I can't vote on this one. It's you 3.
Yep. I'm
I
going
got
James.
gridiron.
I don't know. This is hard. I'll go James. A lot of times James's team will come up short, but I think Gridiron has been shaky, and I think this is the
Dude,
time
they
for
went on-
James to pounce.
So
Gridiron,
This is the time.
Gridiron, I had written down. They went on a 4-game win streak and they lost the last 2. They were looking like they were
Yeah.
coming for the cup, and then last 2 weeks.
So-
they-
so-
Yeah, and James is heating up
I
towards
ha-
the end of the season.
and I've also defeated the 2 teams that I played in the beginning of the season. Will I go 3-0 against them and basically split the series with those first 3 players? How did you guys all do in your other series? These last 3 the last 2 weeks and this week are all the first 3 weeks.
Yep.
So
I
how
lost-
you've done
I
these
lost-
last
I
3
lost
weeks
all
is
3.
huge.
I lost.
Won 'em
I
all.
lost all 3.
No, only 2, Tommy. Only 2. You're
No,
next.
I'm on a 3. I'm on a 3
So you
loss streak.
so you've lost. So you lost the 2 against your old opponents, and this next
Yep.
week is against your finals second opponent.
Yep. Oh yeah, 2 of the first ones I gave you.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
What's the okay?
I went loss win loss win. Games 1 and 2, loss last 2 games.
Damn.
All right. Austin versus Uncle Jay.
Austin is in
Austin's
trouble.
got the magic this year.
He does
I don't
have
know.
some magic, but he's in trouble
Yeah.
this week. Look at
Got
this.
the
Dude,
sharp finger.
Uncle Jay just puts up points. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm going Uncle Jay
He's,
without even
Uncle
looking
Jay's
at
going to put up 130 minimum. Stafford?
Uncle Jay, he's going to be a problem in playoffs for whoever plays.
Okay,
Unless,
so-
I'm gonna
like,
keep
all of his
I'm gonna
players
keep
get injured.
contrarian. I'm gonna go Austin because he's magical.
Oh yeah, I don't get a vote. this round.
There's a
Yeah,
chance here that Austin can win this.
Yeah, you get a
I'll,
vote.
I'll present the case.
All
Stafford,
right, we'll go to 4 for the teams that we don't have any.
Stafford,
Yeah, you're not in it.
Stafford could struggle against Arizona. A.J. Dillon might not be playing as much because other guys back. Elijah Mitchell is questionable. Cooper Kupp is gonna make hay. Mike Williams is Is he gonna? Is
I don't like Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb against Washington. Washington's
Really?
starting to turn something on.
Nope. I'd rather have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb myself, but against Washington is what you're saying. And they're heating up. Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they rallying behind Taylor Heineke, Big Dick Brett Favre?
They are.
Yes, they are.
They are. Yeah, they
Brett
are.
Favre
They're
with the
gonna-
bigger
they might get
dick.
a spot.
Yep.
Brett Favre with a bigger dick. Yeah.
But you're sleeping on Darnell Mooney, who's going to Green Bay, and he's got a grudge.
You
Who's
like
starting?
the Bears more than the Mooney's not going to score that many points.
If-
He's going to score 16 tops.
If Justin
Yeah,
Fields
top.
starts, Mooney will put up 10 or plus. More.
Hey, how about Mike
That's
Williams?
not enough
though?
to do anything.
I want to say one more
You're
thing
right.
on Uncle Jay's team, Mike Williams. How hot did he start and then fall off?
Let's take
Is
a
he
look.
falling off still?
He put up last week,
I mean,
but
he's putting up a little bit, but it's been
265,
bad, like,
18, 5,
in
13.
the middle. I'll say this: in my other league, I have him, and he cost me 2 of these 4 small points.
Oh, that's a big
I
stretch
lost
for
by
him to
like 2 or
trust him.
3 in 2 weeks. I was like, damn, I gotta sit
It
this
shifted.
guy.
Whoa! Here's the thing. It shifted over to Keenan Allen.
Right,
Keenan Allen's
it totally
injured.
did. Oh,
So,
you're right.
Mike
oh,
Williams is
wow.
back probably.
wow.
All right, yeah, Goon Squad vote for me.
There's that one guy, Tyree Guyton. Tyree Guyton, is that his name? Herbert's got a new guy he's been throwing to a lot.
Should we pick
Yeah,
him
like-
up on the waiver wire?
I don't know, but there's a Chargers receiver that had like 16 points last week.
He's the new Van Jefferson.
I'm not
Kinda.
sure. What are your votes, boys? I got Goon Squad.
I like that Danny said that Austin has the magic this
Goon Squad.
season, but
I got Austin Magic.
let me run the numbers here. It's gonna take me 2 seconds. Yikes! It's gonna be Goon Squad. I'm worried about Austin.
Ooh.
Yikes! Yikes!
Like Cain and Abel.
He'll still make the playoffs.
He could.
Yeah, Austin's fine.
Jack, you said Goon Squad?
Yep.
He's.
I think if Austin has to score like 95 points.
Wait a second.
and
You
he's in
think
the
that
playoffs.
Austin makes the playoffs? Because he would make
Because of
it
his
on
record.
PF? Well, 7-6.
It all depends on
7
what
and
other
6.
people also score this week.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
I know.
And who's our final matchup?
What is your vote, James?
Oh, my vote was Goon Squad. And Goon,
All right.
Goon Squad takes it. I wanted to give it to Austin with the Austin. I'm glad that Danny gave him the Austin Magic. And
All right.
and with the Austin Magic, it sounds like Osteomatic. So he might got it going for him. Let's go.
Bruce versus Shamans.
I think Danny also
Oh,
wants
please,
Danny.
Bruce,
Do you want Austin to win
please.
too because he has Damian Harris now? Like he has your guy.
No, I don't. No, I
Do you feel
no, I want
vested?
Damon Harris to fail. No, no.
All right. Well,
And I'm glad he's injured.
You guys-
Shamans are on a
guys-
downslide.
sorry.
Guys, analyze this for 2 minutes.
All right.
'cause I gotta pee and grab a beer.
All right, well, go for it. Go for it. So we got Bruce versus the Shamans. We got Taysom Hill, who's got a questionable finger. You playing him?
He broke his finger. We already saw his injury earlier in the season with Russell
Well,
Wilson. He's
Tua
not
on
going
a
to play well.
bye.
If he plays, he won't play well.
He won't throw it. He's going to play gimmick. They're going to play Trevor Siemian more.
And no Tua, so Bruce basically doesn't have a quarterback this week.
And how bad is Saquon? Do you guys trust Saquon Barkley?
No,
If you
Saquon
had him.
sucks.
No, he's trash. Najee is a beast.
Najee.
Amari Cooper can't
Yeah, but
trust.
Steelers
DJ Moore you
don't
can't
score.
trust. James Conner's a beast.
James Conner's a beast.
James Conner is a
James
beast.
Conner has turned into a guy you wish you traded for.
What about Teddy, dude? Teddy sucks.
I think Teddy was pissed after this last game because he just had a bad game, and it's Detroit. I think he's going to take it out on him. I could see
Okay.
Teddy getting 25 points.
Hey, Detroit got their first win. I feel like I might bet on Detroit this week.
I've heard that Denver might
don't
be moving
ever.
on.
Do bet against Detroit.
I've heard that Denver might be moving on from the Bridgewater
Really?
experiment. So if
Drew Lock? Who
I-
did they pick up?
nobody, none of these bums, they look and go get Gardner Minshew at this point.
I don't understand
Newton.
why Gardner Minshew isn't a starter. He's amazing.
He's amazing. He should be somebody's. He's amazing. How is he not starting? It makes me so angry right now.
Me too.
He's not good, guys.
you
He's
did-
good.
No,
but
no,
Yes,
no,
he
no.
is.
good.
No, he
the
is
reason-
good. He is
The
good.
reason he had a bad season last season is because he broke his hand
And he tried to
didn't
hide
tell
it
anyone
because he was the
In,
backup
like, the third
quarterback.
game because he's a beast, dude. No. Yeah,
what is, like-
Minshew's
I'm with Danny.
Minshew's good.
I'm with Danny on this one. Minshew's good.
he's better than half the QBs in the league.
He's-
He should have a starting job.
I wish we had him instead of
he's good.
fucking
He's good
Dalton.
enough to play.
If we had him instead of Dalton, I would have never said a peep. You could have started Gardner Minshew this whole season.
Minshew to the Bears. Let's go.
I
No,
would love
no,
that.
not
I would
anymore.
love that.
No, not
I would-
anymore. Fields is my guy now. Like we can't move it now.
Field
but-
sucks. Trade him. Get Minshew.
Fields
That's
is
what I
my
say.
guy.
No. But I agree with you. Gardner Minshew should be a starting quarterback somewhere in the league, and it's not in Philly. Oh, well, maybe it is Philadelphia because Jalen Hurts.
No, Hurts is their guy. It's a franchise guy.
And last Last season he got about 6 or 7 starts. This season he's gotten all the starts and he's put up this. And the questions are out there about him, though. Jalen Hurts.
Jack,
What are those questions?
put a
James?
pin in Yeah. Also, Jack, real quick, put a pin in this psyop for next season.
Okay.
Get James to draft Justin Fields early in the draft, so it frees up talent. Just we got to start planting the seed.
Uncle Tommy will overvalue Justin Fields. He's the one who drafted Justin Fields in this last draft. I was never drafting Justin Fields.
Hey, on a different point, I think the waiver wire for QB situation this year is absolutely perfect. It equalized, and now you can gamble on a guy that might score you 15 points for that spot, or you gamble on a semi-reliable guy on your bench that might get you 15 points.
I think that's a great point, Jack. This year's quarterback pile, so to
you
speak.
only can have two, but you also can only play two.
It's created a lot of questions.
You commit to guys, and you have to bench them sometimes.
But Jack, you and I have been in that position. But you know who hasn't been in that position? The person with the number 3 and the number 2 quarterback in the league. How do you feel about
after
that
this
role?
week? Oh, I'm pro stashing.
What, you're pro 3 players?
I'm still pro 3 QB.
So you're saying
No, that's
we shouldn't
so
have
bad.
we shouldn't have
So
the
bad.
current system. You're saying that we should be able
I
to
like
all
the-
stock talent or cut talent and make trades and force
I don't
trades?
think I think it's more fun, but I don't think fantasy's supposed to be fun. I think it's supposed to be painful. You're supposed to make hard decisions. You're supposed to hurt each
Dude,
other.
it is painful.
Dude,
Yeah,
so
it's already
bullshit
painful.
QBs, dude.
So,
they all
yeah.
are rated for 15. They're all projected 15 points every week, and then one of them pops off. Like, let's see, like the Daniel Jones situation with
That's
Tommy.
see what I would love right
Tommy
now. is
paid
that-
like $30 for him. He was trash, and then he dropped.
Wait. Who's that?
Daniel Jones.
No, I paid $56 for him. That has to be like a
Oh.
shit show trophy on its
That's
own.
the opposite of a
point- my
Danny's
point-
discount.
I
My
paid
point is-
$50 for 1 week of a 49ers quarterback.
These guys, they're all rated 15. You don't know what they're gonna do. I love it that you can just like go on waiver wire and pick some up.
I do
It's
like
a
that.
segment called Jack's Waste. It's just Jack talking about
Speaking
people
to that,
wasting fab.
Jack, the one thing I wish I could figure out, which I've looked into, I don't know if we could do it. It doesn't look like it's possible. But with these last few weeks, it's been looking. It'd be so awesome if you could slot a tight end into your second RB position, like if it was an
I've
RB.
been thinking about that. It would break the league. I'm against
I think it
because-
would break the league because if you had
It would break-
Kelsey
it would
and
break-
then, yeah, it would.
But
just,
I am
that's the problem.
game. I am game to change one of the wide receiver spots to a tight end permanent spot. because
Really?
I think
Explain
it's
this.
a-
Make this argument, please, because nobody else is here.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Make the argument, Jack, because you're the only one making it, but I want to hear it. I'll
The
listen.
argument is what tight end can you look to that is way better than all the other tight ends? I think the top 5 are really, really good. Then there's another 5 that are lower tier, and then there's another 5 that are just like random or whatever. My point is there are good tight ends. There are plenty of tight ends that can score you 8 to 10 points.
It changes the draft dramatically.
It changes the draft dramatically.
If tight ends are its own position, but then all of a sudden, and I'll say this:
It's a worse handicap than QB stash.
run through the logic with me here.
I also
though,
don't
boys.
like it. I kind of don't want this change, but I've just been thinking about like, what if we had a tight end slot?
Right. Well,
it would make it a lot harder.
I like
Because you have a
it-
strange
right.
fixation. You came into the season wanting to start 3 tight ends, and then bailed, and now
Gronkowski
I'm
was
basically
healthy-
doing that.
If Gronkowski was healthy, I would have played
Jack.
4
Jack,
tight ends every.
You
I re-
dropped him before he was hurt,
I don't remember
but I
what
and
knew
you
he was
held
gonna
on to
get
Mike
hurt.
Gesicki.
But I knew he was going to get hurt. So
Adding.
I don't remember
why.
what week, but it was on the podcast and we brought it up. I like noticed it while we were going over our matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Jack played 3 tight ends against me and won.
Yeah,
I was like, remember we were laughing at that,
And we laughed at it.
Yep.
But that's what gets me into this RB tight end thing, which I wish we could do, which would be you could either play a second RB or a tight end. But then
that rocks. I like that.
That would be so awesome because even if you
So
had
sick, but I
Travis
think it would break
Kelsey,
the league.
no, I wonder. Let's have the experiment. All right, so go click somebody's team. Just click somebody's team, like your team or
Go to my team. My team's perfect because I have 2
Bert.
tight ends
Boom.
that are badass.
Let's just click that. Yeah, whoever is Travis Kelsey, let's just click that one, and that's you, isn't it?
I have Kittle and Kelsey.
Because that's
this
this is the most dangerous scenario.
Numbers.
Yeah, so
on,
let's look at the most dangerous scenario, which is you and Kelsey as a RB2. So, all right, boom. So imagine this: Patrick Mahomes is number 1. Anybody is his RB1, It could be Dontrell Hilliard this week.
Basically, put Kelsey where Burkhead is and move Kittle in.
And then move Deontay Johnson up, Chase up. But then
That's not that crazy, guys. Most good RBs are going to be projected 15 points. Kittle is like 11. And he's one of the best. He's one of the best. Click on him.
But guys, that's what the thing though. Say you have an RB2 that's good, but say you don't. And all of a sudden, you could go get a guy like a Noah Fant, a TJ Hawkinson, and put him in as your second RB.
Right now, I need an RB2, right? I could go to the waiver and pick up Zach Moss.
That's a good point.
Or I could pick up Dallas Goedert.
You want Dallas Goedert?
Perfect.
Oh my God, you want Goedert?
It's so much more fun of a gamble.
This is more hand-holding.
Oh, Goddard's on bye this week.
And I don't know if I agree with
Goddard's on bye this week,
hand-holding philosophy. I think you got 2 RBs and you suffer with it.
That's a good point.
It's just way too much
Tommy,
to
go
draft
ahead.
because you're not getting good RBs off the waiver wire. You're not.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Typically.
Yes, Tommy.
Yes, Tommy.
I have a few things. One, I think this is really good content for after postseason stuff, stuff that the league might be interested in, about rules and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter for right now in the playoffs and coming up.
No.
My second thing is I'm going to contradict myself. Don't you worry, Danny. I'm gonna say that, and then my third point is we should change the rules here. My second point though is I didn't get your votes for Bruce and Shaman.
Good point. Oh, good point.
I was
Shaman's on a
Bruce all the
downslide. I
way.
got Bruce. Yeah.
All right, Bruce. That's 2 Bruce.
I'm looking at Shaman's. Shaman's going to take it.
All right, so Bruce takes that one.
Based on
now,
what?
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, we can do that. That applies.
Based on what, James?
Tyrod Taylor. Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor is going against a horrible Seattle defense. Saquon Barkley, you're right. Najee Harris is the only thing that works in Pittsburgh. Amari Cooper is coming back from the coof and will definitely get some throws from Dak Prescott no matter what. Dak Prescott will make sure he gets a ball to Amari Cooper. Who knows what it is? Is it a touchdown? Is it not? Is it 80 yards? Is it 3? I don't know. DJ Moore is the guy, and he's going against Atlanta. Yes, please. All day long. James Conner goes against the LA Rams. I'm very questionable about, but guess what? James Conner is the only guy left standing now. There's no other guy in Arizona. What's his face is gone. Teddy Bridgewater is hot garbage, and I'd love to steer away from him, but guess what? He's going against the 1-win Detroit Lions, who will end up the season with 1 win and 1 tie, and all the rest losses. Beyond that, and then you also got the Denver defense going against the Detroit. They're going to just own Jared Goff walk off. It ain't gonna happen that way. Justin Tucker, other side. What's going over here? Other side, we got Taysom Hill.
I disagree with everything so far.
Taysom Hill is going to be only going to be able to run the ball. Trevor Simeon's going to have to be the one throwing. He's got a broken finger. Austin Eckler has an injury. Joe Mixon also has an injury. Are they going to be getting the number 1 carries? Probably. Are they going to put up 12 points? Probably. Can you survive off 12 points? Yes. Rashad Bateman, he got no play whatsoever against Cleveland last week whatsoever. Lamar Samuel Jackson, you don't know if he's going to throw the motherfucking ball or not. Van Jefferson is a fucking toss-up. Chuba Hubbard is also a toss-up because do they really want to go run the offense through Chuba? No, they run the offense through CMC. Chuba is not CMC.
Hold on, James,
stop. This was simpler. I think this was a lot simpler, and I think Goot Squad might move up into that first position this week because you missed on all the questionables.
I pointed out those.
He's got no. He's not,
okay,
no
but
QB.
Tua's out.
Yep.
And look at his bench. Waddle, bye.
I didn't even get there.
Yeah. Well, James, it was.
Watch out, he's got Sony Michel though.
Piece by piece, yeah.
Yeah, I was going.
You went player by player.
I did go.
We go big picture here.
Watch out though, he's got Sony Michel that he might be able to pivot to between Austin Eckler and Joe Mixon. You got to watch out for that, Tommy, as you do have the opposite of that.
So does Bruce here? Does he drop
My vote's Shamans.
Taysom? Does he drop Taysom and pick up Matt Ryan? He needs a quarterback.
Absolutely. He needs a quarterback. He needs to pivot from Taysom. Taysom is not going to be playing Trevor Simeon role this week. He's got a broken finger.
I think Bruce might just see the New York Jets, though, and just salivate just enough to keep him too long.
And is this
the game? He'll still be able to stream off the waiver wire.
Does he even need the win?
No, he doesn't need the win, but he needs a quarterback going forward.
He might bench his whole team, doesn't matter.
It
Let him rest.
You should let them rest. You're right. Just let them rest because that'll definitely have an effect on their ability rest this season.
It might.
We've seen it with Jack. Jack picked up voodoo last year. Jack literally picked up
I do
voodoo.
remember that. Voodoo.
Yeah. He had Horcruxes.
I had the Horcrux, Kenyon Drake. Tommy, look it up right now in Chrome. You're in Chrome. Look it up. Kenyon Drake injury last week. I said, I'm gonna cut you. You're not on my team anymore. He started doing okay, and then I said, abracadabra, and his leg just split in half.
What do you want me to do?
He tweeted about it too. Kenyon Drake tweeted about it. He was like, "Hey, this is the kind of tackle I was saying."
I like him though. He's a good guy. Like if you ever see him, the other players score, he's like, yeah. He comes up, he's like, yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
Like, he can't block worth a shit. I mean,
Dude,
neither can Jacobs,
I actually
but-
do judge players when like their teammate gets a touchdown.
Oh,
and
without
they
a
kinda,
doubt.
like, turn around and walk away. I do judge them by that.
Absolutely. I want a guy who's
but
about the team.
Drake comes out from the back of the sidelines, like
He's
not on the field.
He's in
Jacobs
he's in
is
the
a
blue
short
tent.
quarterback.
He's in the blue
like,
tent.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He's in the blue
I
tent. He
judge-
comes out sprinting. He's like, "Yeah, we just scored."
Like, good job, dude. Yeah.
I judge the shit out of quarterbacks who just like throw an awesome touchdown and then walk off. Like
What if they
I
go,
want the
yes,
quarterback
that's
that
pretty
runs
sick,
down
though.
to the end zone and is like.
Speaking
"Let's
of
go."
that, speaking of, I don't know about quarterbacks. I don't know about Justin Fields yet. Like,
No, yeah, okay, so damn.
I don't
think
know
you
about.
were the
if
biggest
you had,
Fields fan.
If you had all that pressure, though,
I am a big Fields fan. I want to. No,
I
I'm
think
ready.
you were the biggest in our group, and you know you're having doubts.
No. I can't say that I'm doubting Fields so much as I'm doubting Nagy. But
Well, for sure.
But Fields is not creating a situation that's good for Fields.
He's brand new.
Nagy's not creating a situation that's good for Fields, and it's just
I think it's time to create an offshoot podcast called Field Day.
Fields.
And it's just
Day.
about the Bears.
And there's three characters.
There it
that are
is.
all James.
That's what we pivot. That's what we pivot to in the off season.
James carefully records a video stream 3 times of him
Right.
3 different
arguing with
shirts.
each other, asking questions directed at the other members and answering them perfectly.
But like he has
What's
three
that- what's
cameras.
that-
He has 3 cameras, so he'll like run out of this camera and then like hop back in the other one.
Run over there,
What's that
be like,
Polish
I got
joke
the
that's
question.
like- the Polish joke that's like, if you get 2 Polish guys in a room, you get 3 opinions. Like that's James's podcast.
That's great.
That is my podcast,
I
dude.
love it. I love it.
I want 2 guys in a room, 3 opinions. That's awesome.
Yeah. You're just one guy in a room with 3 opinions. That's
All right, so I'm gonna keep this piece of paper, and we're gonna see next week. Our votes were myself beating Teddy, Elliot beating Danny, Jeff beating Jack,
Ooh.
James beating Gridiron, and Uncle Jay beating Austin. And
I voted against the
Bruce
Jeff
and Sean.
beating Jack, by the way.
Wow, I picked Shamans to beat the Bruce.
I'm just saying, I agree with all those except for Jeff beating Jack. Every single one. And I'm calling it the 100% right here.
I'm gonna write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Danny, you were the only Austin vote.
Yep.
He believes in the magic.
I was the only Danny vote.
Let's fucking go.
Magic is real, by the way.
Yeah,
Magic is real.
It is, I think so.
It totally is. How do you think a double-decker jumbo jet gets in the air?
Not
See, now I
sure.
got questions.
Your children's blood?
Jesus.
Magic Holmes. Magic Holmes.
And,
All right,
and,
what do you guys think?
and Osteo Magic's got it.
What do you guys think? Playoff week. It's stressful. I feel like I'm having less fun podcasting because now I'm just going over how stressed I am about this next week. I might be out of the playoffs.
I think this week I will not
you're-
only be watching my games, I'll be watching everybody else's games with extreme
Which
excitement.
sucks. I wanna
Every
watch
single
my
game I'll
team
be
and
like,
yeah.
this matters. Except for the top guys.
One last question I got for you guys. Budget
Actually,
fab.
no, top guys.
Fab. How's it worked out? Everybody's emptied out.
No,
What do you
that's
guys- what
end
do
of
you guys-
season. We're
what do
talking
you
about
guys-
the playoffs.
What do you
No
guys
more
think about the
rules.
rules? What do you guys think about the rules?
All right, we'll shut it down. All right,
like the
everybody,
rules a lot.
smash
Wait, hold
the,
on, Tommy, real quick.
smash that like button. Subscribe for more throwing ropes.
What, Danny? I'm listening.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think you make the playoffs automatically off points for.
Really?
I guess you do have to win.
I have to win. Yeah,
Yeah, you do have to win. That's true.
I do have to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any 6 and
It's
8
stressful,
team
man.
is
It's stressful.
Yeah.
at risk to lose.
Yeah.
It's very stressful.
Well, all right, boys, let's go through who's gonna miss. Pick your 3 teams to miss. My three
Yeah,
teams.
Playoffs?
My 3 teams to miss are Machines, Gridiron, and Titties.
I like that.
No, I don't think Titties can miss.
He
No,
can.
they could lose a game though.
They can,
Yeah, but they're still 7-7.
but they can miss the
Yeah.
playoffs.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Take a
No,
look.
they can. No, they totally can. But they have.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
they can.
because of points for
Check,
though.
get the points for it.
Look at 100%. Look
Yeah.
at the playoffs percentage. Right now, only 3 people are clinched. It's Bruce,
Oh, you're
Goon
right.
Squad,
Oh, you're
and,
right.
and Scoregasms.
Yeah,
Wow. So if they lose this week, they're out.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
Could be out.
they could be out. Yeah,
Wow.
it is.
don't think
It is
so.
possible.
No.
It is possible for points against. Yeah.
I think
I
that's
could explain
very,
how. I could explain how really quick, Jack.
I think it's super improbable.
If Teddy,
Go to
yeah, it
playoff
is improbable.
percentage.
It is improbable.
What do you think's improbable?
It's
Teddy to
improbable,
be
but
out.
if Teddy loses, he
Oh, yeah,
goes
it is
7-7. I go 7-7, and let's say, no, it's not gonna happen, right? Yeah,
Well,
no, it totally can. If
yeah,
I
yeah.
win,
Dude,
if I win and Gridiron
possible.
wins, if
Yep.
I win and
All
and
the 6 and
Gridiron
7
wins,
teams.
yeah,
All the
yeah,
6 and
totally.
7 teams win.
Just like I
Wow,
told
how
you.
many
Totally.
people had points against
Well,
about
so
it?
it actually basically is Tommy. Whoever wins out of you and Teddy makes the playoffs.
I told
Yes.
you that Teddy's.
Yes.
If Teddy loses,
I didn't realize
he
Teddy's
look at
in
that.
bad shape.
I told
He's
you
in
if
bad
Teddy
shape.
loses, he doesn't make it right now because the points for it could be a big issue.
He still could make it off points for.
But
could.
he still
Teddy-
could make it.
Teddy
Whereas
might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whereas my
Hold on, let me
last
check-
two
let me
losses
double check
to
here,
Jeff
Matt.
and Austin are hurting because I needed the record. Yeah, it's very possible. Very possible.
Very possible. So I told you guys my 3 teams that I'm gonna think are gonna miss. It's Titties, Gridiron, and the Machines.
I'm
All right,
going-
I got
ahead.
machines, shamans, and Kyle.
Wow. Yep. Gridiron, Machines, Shamans, and Gridiron. I think that's pretty fair. Tommy
I
or
got
Jack,
I got
Jack.
Shuckers, Gridiron, and Shamans.
you got You got Shuckers?
Jake
right,
making the
that's right.
playoffs.
Well, but he's right.
got it, yeah.
He thinks
got
that
it said.
Shuckers might lose against the Titties. Tommy, who's your
I'm
3
going-
to lose?
I'm going Machines because of points 4. I think Gridiron's gonna lose, and I think Big O Titties. Yeah, I think I'm the same as James.
Wow.
The most votes are for Gridirons and Machines. So we'll see what happens next week there, folks.
Should I write those down too for next week?
Yeah, write him down.
Yeah, write them down.
All right, James and Tommy.
James and Tommy picked TDs, Gridiron, and Machines to be eliminated.
TD's Gridiron Machines. Danny said.
Gridiron shamans machines.
Pretty close.
Hear
Yeah.
about that?
Yes. You don't have enough
think-
points, Jack.
I think
you don't have any points, Jack.
I got something. I got something up here.
You know what my biggest prediction is, Jack?
what?
I end this season above you.
What?
I don't
No.
think so. It's definitely
that's
it's
my
definitely
goal.
Probable. It's
That's
definitely
my
probable,
number one goal.
But I don't think
Like
so.
that.
It's
I
definitely
see
probable.
that
I don't
happening.
think
Just
so.
saying.
I don't want to end in last place
Jack.
either.
Jack, your 3 were Shuckers.
Oh wait, I
And I-
can't. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Jack, I need you to win this week. Beat Jeffrey's ass.
What were
Come
your
on,
3,
Jeff.
Jack?
I'm
Take
gonna
Jeff.
be Jeff. Damn.
Jack.
You are. You are.
Jeff and James, you did come back a hell of a lot though.
Jack, what were your 3?
I had no wins until like the last 3 weeks.
The other 3, 6, and 7 teams: Shuckers, Gridiron, and Shamans.
Beautiful. You heard it here first, everybody. That's the podcast. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more Throwing Ropes. Try to speak English. Slur your words when you can. And have fun. What's up, boys?
Always drink milk. Never run with scissors.
I think that sounds fair. All right, everybody. I think that's about it for us. We'll catch you guys next week for the
luck.
final. Good luck.
Good luck.
We'll catch
Cheers,
you.
boys.
Cheers. We'll catch you guys later.